Your Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis has a decision to make. She can either step down from the election fraud case against former President Donald Trump and others, or fire former lover and prosecutor Nathan Wade. The much anticipated ruling came down this morning. Judge McAfee wrote in part, without sufficient evidence that the district attorney acquired a personal stake in the prosecution or that her financial arrangements had any impact on the case, the defendant's claims of an actual conflict must be denied, end quote. The judge decided there was no actual conflict of interest after hearing testimony from DA Willis and others about whether she benefited financially from her relationship with lead prosecutor Nathan Wade. Law professor Alan Dershowitz opined on Newsmax this morning, calling this a bad decision and a Weasley way out for a judge who did not have the courage to make the right decision. He added the result is wrong and unjust. During a Thursday hearing on former President Donald Trump's Florida case, Judge Eileen Cannon questioned why he was the only president charged over classified material, as reported by NBC News. Trump's attorneys mentioned a report finding President Joe Biden willfully kept classified documents, but was not charged. Prosecutor Jay Bratt reportedly emphasized the uniqueness of Trump's situation, saying, quote, even with other former presidents, there was never a situation remotely similar to this one. Special counsel Robert Hur's report referenced in the hearing stirred Republican concerns about a double standard. Prosecutors said Thursday they would agree to delay former President Trump's New York alleged hush money case for 30 days after thousands of pages of new evidence was introduced.
This delay is apparently caused by the federal prosecutor's office turning over tranches of new documents that the district attorney, the state prosecutor, had asked for, apparently for not just months, but upwards of a year.
The delay request is not being challenged because the Trump team just recently received some evidence related to the case. Trump's lawyers allege prosecutorial misconduct that violated the discovery process, which applies to sharing evidence to ensure a fair trial. Meanwhile, U.S. District Court Judge Eileen Cannon denied Donald Trump's classified documents case motion to dismiss, citing unconstitutional vagueness. Cannon told Trump attorneys the argument might be usable at trial, but that she doesn't see how it leads to a dismissal of the indictment.
This morning, Judge Scott McAfee in Georgia said Attorney General Fani Willis can remove Nathan Wade, stay on the Trump case, or she can step away from the trial herself. What's your reaction to the judge's decision?
Well, the challenge here in Fulton County is that this judge was appointed. He has recently attracted a competitor for his first election as an appointed judge. This competitor explicitly criticized him for his rulings as being, too soft on Trump. So he's being challenged from the left. And so what the prosecutor, I think, is trying to do is split the difference to preserve his own political career. And I think what that ends up doing in the long run is making this case more vulnerable to appeals from the Trump camp. So I think you're likely to see the case be weakened and perhaps fatally so when it goes up on appeal.